Hey there, I'm back. I'm ready to solve this case. Let's get right into it. No need for endless nonsense. Let's just get right into the case, right into the mystery. I'm ready to read. Oh, I should have gotten water. No, no need. We're doing this in one take. You open one eye. It's pitch black outside. Time for work. You get up quickly, and a few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Alright, night two. Last time we ended with the establishment of what's happening. We have our suspects, we have our case, we have a bit of evidence, and you know, figuring things out. You see this bouncing one, the yellow one? This is one of our suspects. So while these two are closer, I wouldn't mind picking them up. We'll go for this one, because maybe we can talk to them and figure it out. Yeah, you pull up in front of LaPierre. Two women are waiting out front, standing a ways apart. First one is one of your suspects. You recognize her face right away. She's connected to the hedge fund that managed the Albatross, the apartment building that burned down. The second woman you've never seen before. She's wearing pajamas. She has a dumb smile on her face. Didn't we pick these people up before? Pajama lady? Or is she just always in pajamas? They hug each other goodbye in an oddly distant way. First leans over to your window. We're going in two different directions. Cold, blunt voice. You can tell by her tone she's trying to impress the other woman. Yeah, we picked this lady up before. I guess the game doesn't register that. Weird. I'm going to Saint Germain. She's going to Etoile, Avenue de la Grande Armée. Both women look at each other. Go ahead. It's better you go first. You might catch a cold otherwise. Sure? Completely. Geraldine and Anita. We have two suspects that might be interacting with one another. I forget what the other one's name is. Thanks for tonight. I really needed someone to talk to. Felt good to finally be able to say my thoughts exactly. I'm going to think about your offer and I'll call you later, okay? The woman getting in your cab gives you her address. She waves to her friend on the sidewalk. You start driving and glance in the rearview mirror. She's wearing makeup, but her hair is a mess. The coat she's wearing is obviously very expensive and covering some kind of polar fleece pajamas. She turns to you with an odd look on her face. Having a good evening? You nod, slightly surprised by her tone. She sounds like she just won $1 million playing the lottery. Mostly calm. Ah, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. The restaurants around here close late. That helps. She nods slowly. Actually, I was just at Lapierre. What an incredible restaurant. Do you know it? I've heard of it. Oh yeah? She seems genuinely interested. We tend to find out about good spots like that, dropping tourists off or picking them up. Andy, her smile is starting to make you uncomfortable. Yeah, I was thinking you must, meet all sorts of people. All shapes and forms. Yeah, must be refreshing. Night after night, new faces, new stories. You look like you're in an awfully good mood. Yeah, her face lights up. Yes, actually, fabulous evening. Excellent restaurant, great wine, not to mention a winning plan. Plan? Yes, a plan, scheme, a plot of sorts if you prefer. She leans forward slightly. Tell me, have you ever wanted to take revenge? Her attitude suddenly seems scary. Your blood freezes. Before you can react, she continues. I recommend it. It's an absolutely incredible sensation. I've never felt so good. She heaves a satisfied sigh. That woman you saw back there? Her name is Anita. A few months ago, she destroyed everything I'd built for myself. When my father passed away 10 years ago, I found myself in charge of his candy business. Tiny shop, horrendous kitchen. I had to fire half the people on payroll. I poured every cent I had into it. Got into organic local products. 2 years later, I had 7 boutiques in and around Paris, 14 in total in France. Les Confesseurs du Marais. You heard of them? Yeah, she acknowledged your answer, pleased to know her brand is well known. Well, it's all me. Her face clouds over for a second. I mean, it was all me, since it was such a huge success. Since we needed to open more and more shops, I looked for investors. Little by little, my tiny business had become huge, and I had to add more people to my board, and that's how I met Anita. Her voice reminds you of an Arctic wind. Anita and her investment fund. Sounds like the title of a children's book, but a twisted, savory one. She sighs again, sadly this time. I was fired from my own company 4 months ago. I'll let her keep talking. All because I, all because I didn't want to sell it to a big group. I didn't want a franchise. I just wanted to sell really good candy. Succeed in the wake of my father's failure. She looks you straight in the eyes. I made a mistake. When they gave me the boot, I pretended to save face. I pretended it was the best thing for me and my family. More time to spend with my children. She takes a long pause. I lied. I felt so ashamed. Like I was less than human. A dirty rag you throw without a second thought. She snickers. You have a moment of doubt about her and one of your suspects. The very next day, I was contacted by an association fighting to prevent tax fraud, and she stops talking when she sees the confused expression on your face. It's complicated. I'm sort of a Trojan horse, pretending to want to sell my remaining shares to pull them into a trap. Tonight, after hesitating for weeks, she finally took the bait. I feel like a spy. A spy dressed like a bum. She points to her pajamas, her boots, her hair. The look on the waiter's face when he saw me. She giggles. I gave Anita an Oscar-winning performance. Told her I wanted to sell what I still had, get the hell out of this shitty country. But that I wanted things to be handled discreetly, without making a fuss, without having to pay out of the nose. She said okay. Asked me to contact her specialist. She bursts out laughing. If my plan works, Les Confesseurs du Marais will disappear. You're okay with that? I have no choice. It's them or me. Anita and the Gruppe de Monde must be stopped. They're involved in all sorts of shady deals. Tax, exile, offshore accounts, maybe worse. I'll do everything I can to bring her down, and she waves her hand to put an end to your conversation. She noticed someone down the street. I could use a drink. Actually, I need a drink. She points to a bar, well-lit windows with dark red and green lighted inside. Stop here. You pull over and your passenger pays her fares. She slips you a small tip with a smile on her lips. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good work. Excellent work. She gets quickly out of the cab. The door slams, followed by the same silence that comes after each passenger. I'll watch her. You lean over to catch a glimpse of her. Her getup makes an impression on some of the people in the bar. She walks straight up to the bar and raises two fingers with the kind of confidence only a regular can have. You sigh. You turn the key in the ignition and start driving. Hey, this is our largest tip yet. She seems cool. I mean, would we say she has motivation? I don't know. She's one of our suspects, and the other person is also one of our suspects. And the interaction was different. Last time we talked with the other lady, which is interesting. This time we talked with her. How intriguing. Let's pick up this guy. Or woman. You park your taxi in front of a very nice building. A few seconds go by and a frail figure comes out the big, cast iron door and over to the car. gets into the back seat. A little early for school, isn't it? I'm not going to school. His voice is serious. He's not interested in joking around. I'm going to Mass. St. Julian du Paver Church. He is serious and determined as he holds your gaze in the rearview mirror. You start driving. His determination wavers. You know where it is? You smile. No worries. I know where it is. Are you a little too young to be going to Mass so early in the morning? No answer. You go to the early Mass often? Not really, but it's the best Mass. That's so. The boy's fidgeting in the seat. The websites I looked at said it was the best one. You never been? No, not yet, but I wanted to make sure I chose the best one, so I looked online and you can tell he's uncomfortable. He seems to be getting more and more nervous. I'm going for my mom. Stay silent. He lowers his eyes. She's sick. Since my dad died, she just cries all the time. He stares at you in the rearview mirror. Sorry to hear that. He caught some rare form of cancer. He lost a lot of weight and didn't want me to come see him at the hospital. My mom already liked to go to church, but I didn't want to go. She never made me. Now she refuses to come with me. She says that she can't understand why God did this. So I looked up where the best Mass in Paris is so I can go ask God. If the internet says it's the best, I think the Mass is given in Greek, and that's why it's the best in Paris. I don't really know why. Does that mean God speaks Greek? No idea. I don't know why, but I thought taxi drivers knew everything. About the city they work in, yeah, but about God? You pull up in front of the church. Thank you, sir. I'd better hurry. It's about to start. Good luck in there. He smiles. He has trouble opening the car door. I'm not really sure it's luck I need. I'm going to pray. I don't think it's about luck at all. You watch him get out of the car and walk up to the church. He goes in alone, walking with intent. A few lone churchgoers are wandering about. Time is it? I work night shift. how late is this church open? Jesus. We can listen to the radio, see if they're saying anything. Yeah, why not? Your finger's poised in front of the car radio. You're trying to find something. Oh! Listen to some news. You shake your head. You're not in the mood right now. Listen to the news. Let's see what the news is saying. You happen upon the nighttime news. In a cold, monotone voice, the anchor talks about the Sandman in the latest news leak. The victim was supposedly found with coins in her mouth and throat. You glance at the time and are pretty sure you don't need to hear that kind of information on the radio. As soon as the news is over, you turn the radio off so that the cab is silent again. Interesting. So we did get a little info there. Nobody's that close, so we'll stop by the gas station. We gotta fill up our gas here in a little bit. Not a soul in sight. The fluorescent lights irritate your eyes, and the smell of peas was wafting up from the space in between the pumps. It's self-service here. You pay directly at the pump. The mini mart over there. They must sell newspapers. The person behind the counter must see and hear things. Might be worth asking a couple questions. You don't know why, but Parisian gas stations are always frightening. Check out your surroundings before getting out of the taxi. Let's fill up. Okay, wait. 50 euros basically. Stop in the shop. You walk into the mini mart. The clerk behind the counter is undoubtedly the most ordinary person you've ever seen. Yes? I'll talk with him. Say, A guy like you, someone who spends most nights here, you must know something about the killer, right? He raises his head and seems almost happy you brought it up. Nice. We listen to the news. I don't think we'll get a newspaper. Let's get a lottery. Can't win them all. Please come back soon. The clerk is still in the middle of the sentence when you leave the shop. You get into your taxi and drive away. Who do we got? She's close. The bakery on your right is lit up. 2 bakers are smoking in the doorway. Hey, friend. You pull up over to the side of the road and wait for your passenger. A regular you haven't seen for a while. Myrtle. She appears from a side street, toting an enormous shopping bag and climbs into the cab. Well, hello there. I wasn't sure you'd received my message. Her voice is cracked and raspy, like a broken phonograph. You know all about her sad life story, about her failed romances, her scratch card addiction, and her 2 incarcerations to date. You were lucky. You'd been given a helping hand. She hadn't. Are you going to get going, or what? Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Where to? To the shelter in the monorail. Thanks. You turn the key into the ignition. The motor hums. Damn, feels good to be warm. And speaking of being warm, things are kind of tough right now. Money-wise, if you know what I mean. Myrtle, you know it's always free for you. She raises a hand and puffs at her chest. No way, forget it, I'm a passenger just like any other. Her hoarse, raspy voice is like sandpaper over stone. Let's make a deal instead, okay? An agreement, that is. I'm listening. I'll tell you a riddle, and if you find the solution, I'll pay the fare. Sounds good? You nod yes. Fine. Are you listening? Ready? Yeah, sure. Good. When you have me, you want to share me. But if you do share me, you don't have me. She breaks off. That's it? Of course, that's it. What are you expecting? A novel or something? She repeats the riddle. Her voice is tinged with fatigue. When you have me, you want to share me. But if you do share me, I don't exist. Well? Oh, don't guess the right answer on purpose. No, I actually do want to try to guess. I don't care for her money, but I'm just interested in the riddle itself. I'll entertain her little wager. When you have me, you want to share me, but if you do share me, I don't exist. Huh. What could that be? It's something emotional, I think. I was gonna say love, but why would you not want to... Why would it not exist once you share it? What could it be? Time? When you have me, you want to share me. Time, but if you do share me, I don't exist. Huh. It's not something like... I don't think this is a trick one. I think it's literally just looking for a word. I'm not clicking guess the right answer because it's going to give me options. I'm trying to figure out on my own. Yeah, no, I'd say sure. I'd say time. Well, something that is destroyed or that dies when it's shared. A good meal, a lie. A lie. Yeah, that could be it. Or maybe you mutter to yourself a while longer. Freedom? Your passenger leans in a little closer. She's hoping to hear what you were saying. It's a good riddle, Myrtle. You like it? I do. A lot. Well then, what's your answer? I only exist if I'm not shared. What am I? Oh, a secret. Sleep? No. A lie? You share a lie, it doesn't exist. No, it doesn't make sense. A smile, if you share it, it doesn't exist. Doesn't make sense. A secret, if you share it, it doesn't exist. I mean, it makes some sense. I won't say it's obvious, but your passenger eyes you intently. Well then, aren't you a smart one? A note of disappointment has crept into her voice. Yeah, a secret. If you share it, it's no longer a secret. So, there you go. She shakes her head sadly. I sure as hell found that one out the hard way. Handsome. Ooh. All those goddamn whores, a bunch of bitches who pretended to be shocked when they heard I'd lost everything. My boyfriend, the roof over my head, my entire life. So what did they go and do next, huh? Fuck, they blabbed it all over town. Told everything to everyone. No secret there, that's for sure. So I couldn't get a job anymore, and I lost every goddamn last thing. Her voice breaks off. She looks out the window, still visibly angry. When she takes up her story a few minutes later, her voice is shaky. That's all the past now. I forgave those stupid bitches. That's what I learned out on the street. Forgiveness. A few minutes later, you get to the shelter where Myrtle is going to spend the night. So, anyhow, since you guessed my riddle, she starts rifling through her bag, very slowly, trying to find the money for the fare. You can tell she's hoping you won't hold her to it. I won't. I don't care about the money. Never mind, Myrtle. Forget about it. Aw, you're a sweetheart. I'll make it up to you. Promise. You wonder how she'll make it up to you. Anyhow, I'm off. See you soon, handsome. She gives you a wink and exits the cab, her shopping bag dragging behind her. She picks her way through a handful of homeless people waiting in front of the shelter. It will be opening soon. You pull out. It's back to your rounds. Aw, man. It's okay. We're running low on time. Oh. Let's go pick him up. This is another one of our guys. These guys were closer, but this was the one that confused me last time. This was like the homeless guy, the drifter. Yeah, I want to figure out what's his deal. Christophe Clairon. The customer getting in your cab is in his late teens and looks exhausted. You sense he's nervous, on edge. He's afraid of something. The 13th arrondissement, Rue de Choisy? He has a slight drawl, an accent from the provinces. Maybe Alsace? Alsace? Somewhere in eastern France, anyhow. You start the cab. A lengthy silence ensues. The smell of your passengers is unmistakable. Alcohol, strong and cheap. I'll say nothing. He seems nervous. I'll sit with him. You sense he wants to talk. His eyes dart this way and that, checking the cab, maybe for clues about you. 1 minute he seems afraid. The next he's full of self-confidence. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of his voice. I don't have any money on me. There was a little trouble at the bar. My wallet got stolen. He clears his throat. Some chick I never met before went through my pockets. I actually thought she was hitting on me. So, how are you planning on paying the fare? Don't worry about it. When we get to my friend's place, she'll pay. She won't want to come outside in this cold, though. I'll have to run in and out. You don't believe a word he's saying, and he can tell you're not buying it. Otherwise, I could. He averts his gaze. I was thinking maybe I could. He looks you in the eye again, then spreads open his jacket a little. Make you feel better? It must be pretty hard driving like this all alone. Maybe a massage or something? He breaks off and looks down at his crotch. I just give him a ride. Well, I'm already doing freebies. Why not, I guess. I'll just say stop. You don't have to. It's okay. I understand what you're offering. Sorry, you don't have any money at all. He nods his head no. You sigh. How old are you? 21. I shouldn't laugh. I thought about that one kid. Vine has rotted my brain. Vine, not even TikTok, Vine. Jesus. You look him straight in the eye. 19. Listen, the answer is no for the massage and the anything else. You really can't pay? The young man meets your eye. Yeah, I'm broke. I messed everything up this year. I lost my job at the supermarket. My roommate kicked me out. He seems to be getting younger with each new word. I I have a friend who puts me up sometimes. She says I can stay at her place tonight. That's where we're heading. Keep driving. I'll drive you. The passenger's eyes widen. He leans in a little closer to you. You will? You nod yes. But you have to stop doing stuff like that. You're going to get in trouble and cause trouble too. He opens his mouth to say something. I lied to you before. I wasn't with friends. I was with a woman. I'm a male escort. I spent the evening with her. She pays me. We don't even have sex. It's platonic. He lowers his eyes. He looks unhappy. I've really screwed things up. I don't have a place to sleep. You have nowhere to go? I don't know anyone here. Only customers. My parents are old farts and I couldn't stand living in Vesoul anymore. Have you ever been to Vesoul? You shake your head no. Well, don't bother going. Bunch of old farts. A little smile fits across his face, then disappears. Making fun of Vasul actually usually cheers me up, but not this time. He senses he's withdrawing again. Do you mind if I take a little nap? Just a few minutes, give myself some time to think. You're not okay. Thanks. I'll turn up the heat. He smiles at you, then looks out the passenger window. You keep driving. Every now and then you glance back at him. He's not asleep, just staring at the road, lost in thought. He's loosening his shirt a little. He's not as cold as when he got into the cab. It's as if he were having a conversation with himself, but without pronouncing a single word. As if he were weighing his options. Sometime later, you park in front of the address he had given you. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, sure. Long silence. I'm sorry I tried to. I thought I'm going to have to go home, back to my parents, talk to them. His voice is faint, almost inaudible. I'm probably about to do something really stupid, huh? Probably. And you've been there too, haven't you? Yeah. A lengthy silence. You hold his gaze. He senses you understand. Thanks. He gets out without a word. He hurries into the entranceway of a modern building already in a bad repair. Public housing. You start the cab. Oof, two freebies. Oh, we have another one. I'm not confident we make it though, but we'll try. Hopefully this one doesn't ask for a free ride. I don't have any more in me. My generosity has its limits. Oh yeah, these are also points we can look for clues. The little eyeballs. I forget what his. He was a mailman who was in protests and who lost his kid in like a fire or something. That's what his deal was. You park in front of the cemetery where your client is supposed to be waiting. No one is there. A bit further, you notice a small house, half built into the cemetery wall. A door opens. Light floods the street. You make out two shadows. Ooh, two people. One of them walks toward your cab, your next passenger. He struggles to get into the car and eventually falls onto the back seat. Ivory. A moment goes by before you realize he's giving you his address. His raspy and exhausted voice was almost inaudible. You start driving. You leave the cemetery, notice another shadow in the rearview mirror, still standing on the sidewalk. You okay? The passenger slowly lifts his head up. You're struck by the smell. The stench of alcohol is so strong you think your passenger had bathed himself in a river of whiskey. You know you're not going to be able to get rid of the smell easily. What do you think? His head looks like it weighs a ton. It wobbles. I don't give a shit about anything. Passenger is shaking.
A spit bubble forms at the corner of his mouth. Too hard. It's just too hard. Each word he says is uttered with a moan in pain. His face is twisted and almost inhuman. It makes you uncomfortable.
What's going on?
He's my grandson. I miss him so much. Every minute, every second I'm away from him.
You know why he's there, but you can't give him the impression you recognize him. You'd give away the fact you know things about him. And this old guy who reeks of alcohol is a killer. Did he kill somebody? What happened?
You didn't read the papers, eh? Fire. 100-some dead. Ring a bell?
Yes, yeah, of course.
My grandson was in the building. My little man, Daniel. Precious kid. Rosy cheeks to the pinch. Always asking questions. Question after question. Asking questions about everything all the time. He once asked me if whales.
He lowers his head, shaking all over. He's unable to speak.
Say nothing and turn the heat up.
Hot air spews into the cab. After a few minutes driving, you can tell your passenger has calmed down. He's shaking less. The road flies by, the avenues, the boulevards too. When you reach your destination, your passenger abruptly points to a window on the top floor of a dilapidated building. You pull up.
Here. I live here. It's all I can afford. Told they're able to relocate her. My daughter's living in a hotel. Out in the projects. A seedy place.
He pauses and remains completely still.
Can't seem to sleep at my place. All I can do is...
A smile appears on his face. His voice becomes softer, almost sweet.
I slip to the cemetery where Dan is buried. Climb the wall. I avoid the gravel walkways. Snuggle up to his tombstone. It's cold, but I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
Silence. Your passenger remains immobile.
Tonight it was too cold out, so Hubert called you. And I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna get in bed. Think about Dan. Think about those assholes. Those sons of bitches. Those shitbags. He stares at you. I want only one thing from them. Death. Eyes open. Fear right down to their veins. Their pants filling with...
He hands you a bill and gets out the taxi. You watch him staggering to his building for a minute. The main door is broken in. He doesn't even enter a code to open it. After he disappears, you sit for a moment to contemplate the deserted street. Something about his story is off. You have trouble picturing a man his age climbing the wall of a cemetery. You saw that wall. It was at least 2-3 meters, maybe more. You turn the key into ignition and drive away. Ooh, big tip. Is that my biggest tip? Yeah, I think it is. Interesting. Alright, now our workday has ended. And we dissect the information we've gotten. Yeah, we've picked up some passengers. Yeah, this time we didn't pick up Anita. We picked her up. Ooh, did I lose? Oh, I lost more than I gained. Yikes.
Ugh. No more freebies, I think.
We met Alaric. We met Myrtle.
A secret. That was the answer.
What else can we dissect? We met Chris. So we met all but one of our suspects. Despite everything, you drove Chris where he was going. You have met Alexandre. Alexandre? Alexander? Alexandre. Alexandre told you about Dan. You warmed Alexandre up. Okay, that's all we got. I don't know. So far, in the foot of your front door, just behind a drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You could just make out your name written in thick black marker on the front. Your real name. You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope, you find more information.
lay them on the table. Take a few minutes to update your board with your new clues. A bus goes by, making the walls shake. You crack your knuckles and get to work. Okay, let's dissect what we already have. Okay, let's start. We'll place some of these things about the individual victims. Victim 1, victim 1, victim 1, victim 2. We'll stick victim 2 on the right here. Victim 3. Well, maybe it'd be smart to put them in order. Yeah, we'll do that. Little OCD. Let's see. What you're working with. Victim 3, victim 2, victim 2. What else are we working with? Albatross fire equals criminal act. Why is the albatross fire linked to her? And to her? Did their business have something to do with it? Oh, the albatross building was what burnt down. Yeah, he was talking about that. So that, yeah, they are all linked. And she said they were doing shady stuff. Right now, if I had to lean one way, I'd say her. Where does she fit into this? Oh, she's related to the Gruppe de Monde. Interesting. Gruppe de Monde is shady. That is, yeah. We'll stick that somewhere in like the middle just to combine both of them. But she seemed very opposed to it. So maybe what we'll do is we'll lean it over her because she's the current owner right now. She's the current CEO. And she's Anita. She's the one who's she's trying to get revenge on. So right now, this seems more of a thing for her than for anybody else. Albatross fire will link back to that. So who is he and what is his relation to any of this? I don't know. Let's see. Arsonist, burn marks on the body done while alive. Thought to be a suicide act. The first usual MO, similar to albatross fire. So far, victim 1 seems like he would be a product of this guy. This guy's old. He's retired. He's in good physical state, but he's an alcoholic. And he killed somebody similar to the albatross fire. He seems to be hurting, so this seems like something he would do. Tears found on victim 2, strangled post-mortem. Coins found in mouth. The coins is what's rough. This also fits him. She doesn't seem emotional. Maybe he doesn't have any relation to any of this. I don't know what his role is. Her, we haven't met her yet. We can't really speak to her. She seems to be kind of in the middle of this, but she doesn't seem like somebody. I don't know. We have to meet her before I really feel comfortable saying anything about her. But so far, these. They have, like, evidence against them. And for them. I'm still leaning towards her because she's very sketchy. Mafia. Dentist. Why is this here? Muscle relaxant. We haven't found anybody to be, like, drugged. Wait. What's the chance that... He said he had a female client, right? And he's an escort. What if... she's a client? I don't know why I assumed that. Well, not assumed that. I don't know why you theorized that. There's literally nothing to suggest it. I don't know. There's no real interest in what's it called? This, because like I said, nothing is linked to muscle relaxants being used. Let's check this out. Let's get some evidence on the kid. Chris probably seen near crime scene. Not definitely, probably. Chris seen near crime scene. Yeah, we know this. He's an escort. Victim 3, no. So he was definitely seen, and he was probably seen next to 2 crime scenes. Coins found in mouth? No sense for him. He might have been there, but he didn't do it. He might have, I don't know. And
probably seen near the first one. He has no links to the. Yeah, he has no links to it. I don't know why he would. Oh, there. We also have this. And he was definitely seen near 2. Okay, that's kind of suspicious. But like I said, he has no tie to any of this, and he's a drifter. He has no. He could be seen anywhere. There's no reason for that. Killer case. Let's actually check out victim 4. We haven't got anything on victim 4 just yet. Victim 4 changed the will 2 days before death, and she's the heir of victim 4. Yeah, so this. I'm gonna put them in order of like how important it is to the case. Money. See, this is something to do with money. Banknotes stuffed in. Pushed victim. Albatross fire. Pushed victim 4 to sell shares. So the fire got victim 4 to sell their shares. Victim 4 was a shareholder in that. Weapon used. Weapon used on me. World War II gun. Now this leans to both of these. I'll put them in the middle. Military service in Israel. Knows how to handle a gun. And she said it was her father's company. Maybe her father served too in World War. Was Israel in World War II? Was Israel even around the 40s and 30s? Fuck knows. Good physical state despite his alcoholism. Doesn't say he served, but still his age suggests so. Linked to Croatian mafia. Nothing with him. Larry passed. Victim 3. We don't have enough time to look at these other ones. We can look at this though. We won't have enough time if we want to get any sleep whatsoever. Okay, tears found in this third victim as well. Newspaper in mouth. Post-mortem. So coins and the newspaper. But tears. This is somebody emotional. I'm leaning towards her because she's shady. But we've gotten a bunch of evidence here that really, like, our board is filling up and we really have a lot to look at. So, I don't know. Let me know who you think it is. Because right now, this is what we're working with. We'll look at that tomorrow. Alright, well, that'll be the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to the next one. And goodbye.